Hi guys, how are you doing? I'm looking for a specific grave tonight, and I'm going to attempt some sound recordings, but at the minute the traffic is very, very loud. Good evening, Mike. For some reason the settings on my phone isn't allowing me to go landscape, so that is why we're on kind of a tall portrait view. So I'm just stood in the cemetery. I am aware of a grave, what I've been looking for. I'm just on a gimbal, I haven't used it for a while. It's a grave of this guy who's a captain of a ship. We're going back a couple of hundred years, I think, and it was a sailing ship. Willow, how are you doing? And the ship got stuck in the ice, and it was out there for months and months. And that particular grave is in here. I'm hearing lots of things already. There's a lot of animals about, and I've got a rough idea where this grave is. Hello, Tina. So I'm going to make my way towards this grave. I've got the ghost box, and I've also got this sound recorder. But the birds are going to probably spoil taking any kind of sound recording. Thing is, it gets dark about 10 o'clock now, if not later. So I'm going to have to come at this time, even though it's a bit light, because I'm at work in the morning. So I am next to a road. You'll hear the traffic. I'm not sure if there's anybody else in this cemetery because it's open to the public, basically. So I'm just walking through. If you're from Hull, you know where I am. You know which cemetery it is. Who's that? Isaac, hello. I'm going to flip the camera if I can get used to using this gimbal, and show you where I'm walking. There's some really old graves here. So let's flip the camera so you guys can see what I am looking at. Hi, Callum, how are you doing? It's too bloody hot, isn't it? I think the weather's making people go a bit funny, to be honest. Cosmic Vision sounds like my living room. We leave the TV with a bird channel. Yeah, I mean, it is a woodland. It's like a protected woodland as well now, where I am. Hello, Bruce. Bimble with Bruce. Nilesh, I have no idea what that means. So there's some people coming with dogs. I'm just getting out of the way. They'll probably think, what's he doing in the bushes? So there's a few people in here, I am aware, but like I said, it's a place where people are walking the dogs as well. So I'm just aware of that, and it's still daylight, so there's going to be some people about maybe. And I've just gone in the direction I need to be, and I'm just giving them a few minutes, because you do get some funny looks if you stood in the cemetery taking sound recordings. I'll just go around this way. Somebody with a big dog just getting out of the way. So let's go this way. We'll have a look this way. You can see underneath that, like, crypt there, it's all open. It's quite an old cemetery, this. It did have a small chapel on at one point. It's now being removed, so it would have been what is known as a graveyard back then. It's now a cemetery because there's no church on the land, and it is Victorian. Let me just go this way. Lots of ornamental graves. I think that's like iron. Fun stroll. Yeah, there's a grave what I'm after, and I know where it is, and I'm just going round. Somebody was with a dog. Obviously I don't want to frighten their dog by just walking through the bushes. Read the name on it. Have I just passed it? Where is it? This one. I'm not sure what the name is. There's no name there. There's no nameplate or anything. Am I afraid of being alone? I'm kind of used to it, to be honest. It does get a bit creepy now and again. I've got the moderators who know where I am as well if anything happens. Right, make my way around to this grave. God, there's some loud traffic about. Like I said, this grave is of a captain, and I think his family are there as well, but the captain was on board a ship what was frozen in the ice between 100 and 200 years ago. I won't know the exact date until I get to the grave. There's quite a few dog walkers about. Just letting them get past. Henry Spence Blundell, Esquire, 1892. The one above it is 1865. Henry Blundell. It's a bit faded. You guys may not see it on the camera. Can you know which graveyard it is? Well, if you're from around where I am, you know where I am straight away. I won't give it away just yet because people tend to turn up. I'm seeing people all over the place. I've never seen it this busy this time of night. I want to get to this grave. Somebody sat there on a mountain bike. I need to get to this grave. Let's go back this way. I can still hear those people. Getting some weird looks. Jane Sinclair Campbell. Here's the hot weather. Guys, you're not going to believe it. There's loads of people in this cemetery. 3 people have just walked past me that way. Kind of give me weird looks because I'm holding a camera up to a gravestone. There's a guy over there on a bike, and I've just seen 2 women as well. Why is this cemetery so busy like this? You'd have thought it wouldn't have been, because it's very overgrown as well. So yeah, we're in portrait mode because the phone wouldn't go into landscape for some reason. I think I've kind of knackered the settings on it. I'll have to have a look later. I want to show you guys this gravestone. I'm going to get a picture of it before I go. You hear some kids over there. Weirdos hanging about a graveyard cemetery now. Yeah, at least I have a job as a paranormal investigator. I've got an excuse for being in here. Good evening, Raven. How are you doing, Tracy? Hope you're well. Try again. Have you ever walked around the small Jewish cemetery that's not too far from the one you're in now? I have, yeah. I'll make my way in there now, Willow. I do know where it is. I've investigated this place lots of times. You're going to hear a lot of traffic because I'm near the road. Right, let's flip this camera so you can see where I'm walking. Stick to path, lad. What film's that out of? Right. There's a really strong smell of wild garlic in here. Sun just shining through the trees there. Badger, how are you doing? I thought there was somebody stood there, a small person. It's actually a trash can. It's a bin. Just at the bottom of this path. Yeah, Tracy, we're good. We're good, thank you. I'm heading towards the Jewish section, as Willow said. I didn't realise how far down it was. What a scorcher today. It's been really, really hot, hasn't it? I was lucky enough to have the day off today, but it was Mason Sports Day, so we went to watch that. Oh, some really old graves here. just seen another guy sat on a bench playing with a piece of string. How weird and random is that in a cemetery? So here's another one of those like iron spires here. I have noticed, I looked into this before, these actually mark the edge. They go all the way down there. They mark the edge of what used to be the graveyard. So it's like a graveyard marker, which is why there's no names. Pony Girl. You're in the UK as well. So I'm kind of just quickly making my way to the section Willow was talking about, which was right at the other side of this cemetery. So thank you, Willow. I didn't need the exercise. I've already done my exercise today. A lot of popping as well, probably fireworks. The area this cemetery is in is actually in quite, I think it's fair to say, rough area. So RFC, you just subscribed, thank you very much. Excellent. Oh, Willow, I'm only joking. Right, yeah, so I can see it now, Willow. The coming up to the Jewish part, I've seen, well, it's not Jewish, is it? It's Quaker. So it's coming up here. So those of you asking, that is the name of the cemetery. And it's in this section here. Can't see all the graves because there's a lot of like weeds and brambles starting to grow over them, but they're actually laid down. To give you a better idea, there's a lot over there kind of laid down. Raven, thank you very much. Awesome as ever, Tracy, thank you. So there is quite a famous one of Hull in this corner, what I will show you. If you're from this area, you will know who it is. If you're not, it'll mean nothing. I'll just go to it. So there, James Reckitt, Sir James Reckitt. We've got streets named after him. So that's his grave. And there's another family member, Isaac. And that just there, it said James Reckitt. If you're from East Yorkshire, you probably know who that is. If not, don't worry about it. If you get a bit of time, Google it. And need to find this bloody grave, and I know where it is, but there's some people there, so let's head back to this grave. Got a weird look off a guy walking past. So this big tower here is a grave marker. So back in the day, lots of people died of, what was it? Let's read, I can't remember what it was. 700 people. It was cholera. Does actually say there. So kind of it's saying in this area there's about 700 who died, who were buried near this monument. So what they will have done back then was dug a big pit where I'm standing. There'll be a big, huge pit all around here. They will have placed the bodies in there, probably thrown salt and lime on them to try and kill any infection or any disease, and covered them over. Hi XM, how are you doing? Oh, thank you, Raven. We do appreciate it. So I am aware there's some people in this cemetery still, so I'm just keeping my eyes open. You can see through there, there's some like big crypts. But I'm not looking for them tonight. I'm looking for a specific grave, which I know is in the far corner. So if we're talking the Victorian period, these graves would have cost a fortune. It's quite a lot all lined up against the back wall there. Hi, Laurie. Just let me read who this one is. A broken column represents a broken pillar of the community. They've lost somebody important, which is Hector Foster Forney. Don't know who that is. So all the details are on this grave, what I'm taking you to about the ship when it got stuck in the ice. South Yorkshire, excellent. Guys, as I'm making my way to this grave, I'm also looking for what we would call smack rats. or potheads, because it is an open area, anybody can walk in. Jace, yeah, definitely, thank you. Right, I don't know what's going on with this chat tonight. The settings are a bit strange. Obviously, I'm walking around the edges. There's a huge section through all that lot full of graves. So I think it's this tree, what used to have a door in it, if I remember right. It's gone now. It used to have like a door handle on it and a number, but somebody's taken it off. It's 9 o'clock right now, Pony Girl, is it? Right, we're nearing the corner now, so we can't be that far away. Hi Matt, how are you doing? Am I doing the shorts YouTuber pushing? Are they pushing shorts again? Yeah, I've gone into portrait and it's done something to the algorithm, which I'm not complaining about. I didn't realise it did that. No, it was just doing that by itself. I didn't choose for it to be in portrait. It wouldn't let me go to landscape. I think I may, hang on a second. I think I'm near the grave. Let me check this one. Retro Puppy, hello. No, it's not. I don't know. It's not that one. Oh, come on. Where is it? I know it's in this section somewhere. Aha, I think I've found it, guys. There we go. It was, sorry, it's this gimbal, it's all backwards. John Craville of Kingston upon Hull, the Master Mariner, during a period of 40 years, was encaged in the northern whale and seal fishery. He died on board the steam whaler Diana in Davis Straits, 26th of December 1855. So the ship was actually sealed in ice. Everybody died. I think he was the actual last one to be alive because he was writing notes, you know, in the captain's log. Is that what they call it? 13 of the crew died from scurvy and starvation. It was it's being listed as the voyage one of the most disastrous and melancholy collie on record. So yeah, this is John Cravel. I'll try a few EVPs, but these are some background noise, what may kind of contaminate it. He was a frozen seaman, yes. But it's funny, isn't it? You don't hear about things like this. It's being listed as the most disastrous on record. Obviously, Titanic and things were after that. But this was 1866, so before that. I'm surprised they haven't made a film about this. The Crow's followed me from the other night. He's got mates this time. Yeah, he has, Willow. Right, so here we go, guys. Just having a look round, because there's a few people in here. John Cravel, can you hear me, sir? Can you speak into this device? John Cravel, can you hear me, sir? Can you speak into this device? So it's going to be difficult for some reason, but all the background noise. What was Badger saying then? Oh, what was that? I saw YouTube pushing it to do portrait, so it shows up on the short section. That's why on your phone, if you flick the video, you get a different stream. I've seen it advertised. Right, I didn't know that. So yeah, this is the... I'm not actually sure his remains are in there, but this is the last survivor who was the master mariner, who's like the captain, if you like. His ship was encased in ice and he died of scurvy and starvation, which it is saying there, look. So at the bottom, here's put, I have fought a good fight, I have finished my course, I have kept the faith, henceforth there is laid up for me a crown of righteousness. So a very religious person. Let me see if there's anything on the back of it. Somebody's having a barbecue, I can smell it. Loving memory of Captain John Cravel, who died at Dundee. There you go, guys, there's the information if you want to Google that yourselves. Emily, daughter of Captain, who after a lone and painful affliction died at age 46, trusting in Christ. Very religious family. I think they were more religious back then, wasn't they? Oh, this gimbal. So guys, I thought it'd just be interesting to try a few sound recordings, because this is one of those like catastrophes you don't hear of, and there should be a film made about this. I'm hearing things, just a second. I can hear things, sounds like people walking. Here we go. John Cravel, can you hear me? Master Mariner of the Diana. Speak into this, what is in my hand, please. John Cravel, can you hear me? Master Mariner of the Diana. Speak into this, what is in my hand, please. I don't know if what's that. You don't know if he's resting there. I know it says in memory of. Most possibly that he is there because there's a. It talks about the daughter there as well. I think the will have brought his remains back and put them in the ground. It's probably worth. I mean, I'm not a historian, so it's why I'm a bit brief on these things I'm telling you. Quite a few years ago, we was doing a ghost walk around this cemetery. We had somebody called Dawn and Jill, and Sue with us. There was 2 sisters and 1 friend, and we was walking past here, and Dawn had something thrown at her head, which is why it's kind of always stuck with me, this grave, because it was the first one I looked at. Really weird how that reflection worked. Green screen on your digital recorder definitely had an image of your thumb. Oh, did it? Let's have a look. The reflection on it, I didn't see. Well, let's ask for anybody then in this area. Is there anyone in this cemetery with me who can communicate now by speaking into this device, which is in my left hand? I'm Mark. Can you tell me your first name, please? Is there anyone in this cemetery with me who can communicate now by speaking into this device, which is in my left hand? I'm Mark. Can you tell me your first name, please? You see, there's too much wildlife, all the blooming birds. Right, let's try something else. Let's stick the Apidroid ghost box on. I've only got a few things with me tonight. I don't tend to carry much with me when it's just myself. I'm hearing a lot of branches breaking as well, just past that footpath there. Just have a quick look. There's a guy there, I don't know where he came from. He's probably stood in the bushes watching me. So this is why you shouldn't do things like this alone, guys. It is actually one of the first rules we have, but I don't learn, I don't listen to my own rules. Here we go. So we're on... I'm on AM. Let's go on AM. Is there anybody that can hear me? Hello? I'm after Mr. John Cravel. Captain John Cravel, can you hear me? I'm just filming the details there. I'm going to do some research, maybe not tonight, but try and get some more information on this disaster at sea, because like I said, it's being recorded as the most disastrous on record, and this was 1866, so well before the Titanic disaster. God, I'm just turning off, I can hear things. As if somebody's walking, it keeps coming from over there. Did you say it just said me? Just a guy there, just letting him pass with his dog. Yeah, I mean, there's too many people about this time, even this time. Why is there so many people in the cemetery? That was an interesting story, and John Carville. Yeah. Yeah, well respected if it's just a monument and there's no remains below it. Need to do a bit of research and find out if he was actually buried there once they'd managed to get to the ship what was trapped in ice, and retrieve the bodies. Obviously they must have done, because they've got records of it. You're really confused, but you don't know why. Oh, don't worry about it, just go with it. Show you a ghost. But the thing is, nobody can guarantee a ghost or paranormal activity. A lot of being a paranormal investigator is kind of just going around and trying things, taking readings, documenting things, filming things. And if somebody says they can guarantee it, they're lying to you. Nobody can guarantee that. It's very, very rare, believe it or not, paranormal activity. Sometimes investigations can be very long and drawn out, and you don't get anything, not even a sound recording. So yeah, cool. I found the grave, which I'm happy about, because I just wanted to show you guys it. Sounds like there's monkeys swinging through the trees. Some really old graves in here. Can't make the name out. Emma something. Thomas Wetherill. Yeah, cool guys. I mean, yeah, look it up. Look up that name of the captain. I have seen the story before because obviously I come from around this area, and I found it quite interesting. I thought I'm going to find that and just get it on the camera so you guys could see it. Maybe do a bit of looking for the history yourselves if you want. If not, I'll look for some and I'll put it up in a small video. What was the warning sign on the tree? I think I did see that. Was it a yellow and black one? It said warning CCTV in use, which is a load of rubbish because obviously unless it's solar powered. Where was it? It was on, was it this? It was on one of the trees, was it? Which tree? Hang on. I've missed it. I did see it though, Matt. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know where it's gone. It's on one of the trees. Something came through, did it, Willow? Do I feel energy, Amber? Yeah. I mean, it is like an old graveyard. So there's bound to be some type of energy. You got to remember, it's not just energy of the dead. When people come to grieve at cemeteries or graves, these people are really, really upset. So they're creating like an energy anyway. And I kind of coined a phrase, graveyard sickness. I used to visit a lot of graveyards in the early years of investigating, and I used to get ill, and I started having like salt baths when I got home, and it was making me a lot better. So there's a lot of negative energy around, but it's people grieving and crying and things and getting upset, and they create this energy. It's not necessarily from ghosts, if you like. So I'm going to go back this way. I'm in the churchyard of St Mary's. No. Can't remember where I parked the car in response to this cemetery. No, it is known as Springbank West in Hull, East Yorkshire. It's right. There's a road just through there, which is why there's so much traffic noise. But it is one of the oldest in the city, this. And there's quite a few famous graves, but I can't remember where they all are. There's another cemetery, but I can't get in that one. It's locked up on a night. There's Mick Ronson's grave. He was a guitarist for David Bowie. I'm sure there's a few others what people could bring up who come from Hull, what I forgot. Is this where I came in? Is that spire thing there? Yeah, I mean, check that out. There's a headless angel on top of that. Joseph Keyworth. So back in the 80s, this graveyard, cemetery, I keep calling it graveyard because it did at one point have a chapel, like a small church, but they took it down. So it's now a cemetery. Back in the 80s, people were coming in. It was when there's a lot of fuss about witchcraft and black magic and things, and people were doing some nasty stuff in here. And since then, there's been bodies actually found in here. I don't mean in the ground. I mean, suicides. I'm just looking for where I came in because I know I put my car around that area somewhere. Just waiting while they walk past. What kind of training or background in scientific training do I have? Well, I've got a PhD in psychology, if that's any good. I did paranormal research. Well, it come under the umbrella of PSI, and that was in Liverpool University. I've also been part of a training session with Kieran O'Keefe, who's no longer on TV. All the equipment, I went to college and did electronics and engineering, which is why I've got quite a decent background, I'd say, in electronics, why I know quite a bit about the equipment because I can actually build it, and I have built some of it. Being part of the Spiritualist Church from being very young, 18 years old, so I've been involved in psychic mediumship and trance work. I can do tarot reading, crystal ball, you name it, but I don't tend to do that side of it much. Kind of stick to the investigating. Someone was found stabbed to death in there a couple of years ago. Yeah, Willow. Somebody was found as well, hanging from one of the trees. It was a young guy who drank too much vodka. Is it full? Yeah, they don't bury in here anymore. It is full, yes. Just because there's not many gravestones visible. As you can see, I mean, it's overgrown. The kind of people destroyed them. Oh, just add to that list as well, I'm also a member of the Warren Foundation for Paranormal Research in America, and so is Tony, who's not on tonight. So we kind of get involved on investigations for them because they value our expertise in this field. I don't know who that was asking, but there you go. You're not getting a good vibe. No, I mean, some people don't. It's a very dark, spooky, old cemetery. At present, I'm actually writing coursework for the Paranormal Training Academy, which is a very, very new thing. It's not even made public yet. Found it peaceful, Jane. Yeah, so do I. The thing I worry about in places like this is the people that are alive. You get a lot of random, what we would call drunks or pissheads, smack rats, however you want to call them or label them, in here cutting through, which is why I keep moving the camera around. I'm always watching when I'm in here. You are better coming in here with somebody else, to be fair. Most convincing. Do you know what? Even though we've captured what we may class as evidence, we're still very skeptical about our own evidence. We're not fully convinced ourselves. But there's loads of videos on the YouTube channel. Just flick through them and have a look. We've caught shadow figures, some really good Class A EVPs. It's warm. Where did I put the car? Guessing crazy cats this evening. It certainly is. You can't run because of your stroke. Yeah, I don't plan on running. If there was any problems, I'd just have to deal with it. And we both have a background as well in martial arts. We both, well, I don't know what grade Tony got up to, but we both got, as far as I'm aware, up to black badges on here, who also did martial arts. So we've got that going for us, I suppose. I'm trying to find my car, see if we can see it through these bushes. Right, yeah, so I found the car. I'm just, there's just some people loading up next to it, so. Mass in a can, hello. Yeah, I'm just trying to find the correct exit. How are you doing? I hope you're well. So the camera's just going to flip. I'm just going to try and flip it a second. Oh, Raven, you are awesome. Thank you. So yeah, the actual shot isn't flipping. For some reason, YouTube's kind of going a bit nuts tonight. Get some funny looks when you walk out the cemetery. It's starting to be a bit misty. Like a mist coming in. Shit. Drop the gimbal. So yeah, the purpose of tonight was to find that grave, guys, basically, and show you it. And now I'm going to do some research on it and get a video up to give you a better idea of the story of what went on with this ship and Captain John. Sorry, Raven, golf clap. You believe in the paranormal experience I went through, but I don't believe others who claim to have had one. I know what you're saying. PSI are very skeptical. We're an evidence-based team, and to get evidence is nearly impossible. So that is what we do. We're just documenting what we are researching, and if we capture anything, then bonus. Pure novice. I think I've been investigating about 19 years. And before that, in total, probably 32 years researching the paranormal. Because before I formed PSI, I just kind of read every book I could get my hands on, watched every kind of bit of footage I could. And a lot of it I've just learnt along the way. Yeah, just look on the channel, as Badger says, for more information. Yeah, we also debunk a lot. We have done in the past, and we stopped doing it for a while because a lot of channels kind of jumped on the debunking wagon, even though they weren't investigators, but they were getting very negative with it. So we kind of stepped back, but we still do that. And debunking means catching faking paranormal activity for views or money and things like that. I do know we've got a Discord group. I'm sure one of them will put a link up if you want to click on that. These conversations just carry on 24/7, so it's free to join. If you've got Discord, just click on it. Mike is the main moderator in there. He'll let you in. We are booked in for the ancient ramin. I do need to contact the rest of you guys, the mods on here, in a separate chat, because I do have some information. Need to do a bit of updating, so I'll do that. And I think we're probably going to go next time live is going to be Sunday. You think you found your home, Jane? Yeah, you're very welcome. Just make a cup of tea and sit back. We've got a lot of armchair investigators who join us and watch. We see what we tend to do is like this. We'll walk around, and if you guys see anything or hear anything, you write it in the comments, and I'll check it out and try and take some readings if I can. Mike's put the link up there to the Discord. Anybody's welcome. So yeah, just subscribe if you haven't. Thank you very much. I'll see you guys again on Sunday, probably at the Delapole site, and I will have to look if the old hospital wing is still there, because we don't know when they're taking it down. We don't know when they're smashing it to the floor, but it is in the process. And if that's gone, we in the woods there, we have seen on numerous occasions like black shadow figures. We've never managed to capture a shadow figure on film apart from in the hospital. At one time, there's a video on here somewhere where it kind of peeps around the corner. But we've seen them quite a lot in the woodland. When the footstep, they come right up to you as well. So I'll be going there, but I'll speak to Tony about that. And we've got Willow joining the team as well, who's on here. She's kind of like learning, a trainee if you like. She's going to be joining us like on things we're doing, so you'll probably be seeing a lot more of Willow, which will be cool. It'll be cool to boost that energy up, because obviously we're just males, and with a female on board as well, the energy is going to be different. It's a lot different being on site or in a paranormal location than watching it as you are now. It's totally different. You were sleepy tonight. Go to bed, Callum. yeah, so thank you everybody. Thanks to the mods and everybody else that's new that's been jumping in. I'll catch you again at some point. We'll see you Sunday. Take care for now. See you soon.